What's up, y'all? What is up? It is Friday. Friday, your boy is unshaven. So, as of right now, I'm just here in the sanctuary. Yeah. But as people start rolling in, we'll start talking. But it's Kev, and it's currently Friday, and sunny Los Angeles, California. I don't know what the weather is, but whatever the weather is, it'll be whatever it is. We already got two people in and one like. What's up, y'all? How you doing? You doing good? I said, are you doing good? Uh, as of right now, I'm not shaven. I'm unkept, but going in tomorrow to get a haircut. So, you know, yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I've just been this week. I've been my eating habits have kind of gotten a little bit worse this week. I've been eating at McDonald's more. I know, and their fries. I don't know. I don't know what it is about McDonald's, but they perfected the fry. Know what I'm saying? So, um, but yeah, had more McDonald's. Had more McDonald's this week, and cheeseburgers. I didn't have like a double quarter pounder or a Big Mac or anything like that, but just more of the cheeseburgers and the small fries. Uh, but it's crazy because just like a couple of days of eating like that, and like I already feel myself like getting more sluggish and slower and stuff like that, like more brain fog and whatnot. So this week I've been in kind of a rut, really, like motivationally, but I've been talking to people and just taking care of business, and things are looking a little bit up. So oh shoot. Oh, ugh. I think I had a okay, cool. I had a booger. It was nasty. I saw it in the camera and I was like, ah. But yeah, so like this, ooh, Columbus, Georgia. How you doing, Drago? Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, you know, uh, when did you find the channel, and when did you subscribe? Thank you. I didn't know I had anyone in Georgia. It's fire. Um, but yeah, yeah, it's like it's just crazy. The amount of reach that you don't realize you had. Dang. When I had 392 subs, that was like 1,000 subs ago. Okay. Okay. That's fire. That's fire, bro. Um that's crazy. 392 subs. I'm like if you guys haven't seen it yet, I go check out my 100 subscriber video, my 1,000 subscriber video. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. Like having over 1,000 people that follow you or follow me on YouTube is just incredible. It's well, and I'm from a small town, so I'm from a small town in Nebraska. So we only had, from the time that I lived there, we had 9,000 people, and I was talking to my dad about this probably about half a year back, maybe like 6 months ago, and he said that the population has shrunk to 7,500. So, like, to me, and because of like how I grew up and everything, um, 1,000 of anything always seemed like a lot. Um, you have $1,000 in the bank, you're a god in Nebraska. You have, if you ever lifted 1,000 pounds, then you're just a freak of nature in Nebraska because ain't no one ever gonna like come after you, you know, and 1,000 yards for like a reception or like for like football and stuff. It's a lot. So like to me, having 1,000, having over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube is dope. It's really dope. And I have over 5,100 followers on Instagram, and that is dope too. You know, like on Instagram, you can gain subscribers. Nah, well, you were able to gain them fairly quickly. I'm still getting a good like 2 or 3 followers a day. Um, and I think it's because I post to my Instagram story a lot. So if you don't know my Instagram is at the Kevin Wright. That's at the at symbol. Make sure that you put like the A with the squiggly line around, otherwise it's not an at. And then the Kevin Wright. That's TheKevinWright. Once again, that is at the symbol at the Kevin Kevin Wright. WRIGH, and you can't forget the T. So, go follow me on Instagram, and I mean, I'd be posting my story like every day. And if it's not every day, because your boy needs a break once in a while, every other day, every 2 days or so. But yeah, it's uh, got I've been thinking up ideas for sketches, and I've been uh, I've been like looking up a lot of like action sequences. Actually, Drake, I do not. Um, so for me, the hassle of posting on Instagram is that you have to do so much on Instagram. You got to take the perfect picture. You have to. We'll talk about video's sake since uh, since I film. Um, so what I have to do in like my workflow for YouTube versus Instagram is that after YouTube, after I download the YouTube file and then like send it up to be uploaded, I have to then go back into Premiere Pro, cut the video to a minute. Well, not like a minute, um, but just like take a minute's worth of the files, which would probably be like a scene or something, and I would have to render that in its own clip, transfer that to my phone, transfer it into the little square generating thingy that I use. And then from there, I have to upload it to Instagram, and I have to figure out a bunch of different hashtags, everyone's handles, and stuff like that. And then once I'm done with that, then I gotta put the location in, because your boy always gotta put the location because we in LA. Uh, and then uh, and then like it'll be like uploaded. But then at the same time, I can't even leave Instagram, otherwise it won't be uploaded. So I'm like, you know what, Instagram, I think I'm cool. But I post more to the Instagram story because I don't have access to a YouTube story. I think from what Tyree said, I think that we figured out around 15,000 subscribers. I think is that's when you get YouTube stories. So like as we move up in YouTube, more features become available to us that start helping the content creator make money. So um so yeah, for me, I don't be posting to I don't be posting to Instagram like I used to. I would definitely um if I get around to it, then I'll get around to it. But I'm cool. I'm cool. Hope that answered your question. But but yeah, I mean, so where I'm at right now is I'm on my balcony right now. You guys probably seen it in the sketches, you know, and then that beautiful backdrop. Yeah. So this is where all the fire takes place. Yeah, you could tell by the trees, huh? Yeah, this one right here. Made a video about. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, nah, yeah, definitely can tell by the trees. You can tell by what's behind me. The screen door, not and whatnot. But yeah, so it's been so this right here, this is where all the fire takes place. Uh, not only do we shoot here, not only do we shoot on the balcony, but we also be having some deep ass conversations on this balcony. Um, like the type of stuff that that really be like getting into people's minds and stuff. Know what I'm saying? So, um, oh, what the heck? I got like this glow right now. Let's see. Ooh, I like pop. Okay, cool. Yeah. Now I look a little too. Now I look a little too saturated. The balcony therapist. Wow. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking for the balcony therapist? That sounds funny. That sounds so funny. But yeah, no. So I've been working hard. My brand sponsorship came in a couple days ago. Um, Here, let me. Yeah, we'll just go back to normal. So yeah, we are. Wait. Okay. Just give me a second, y'all. Oh crap! It's stuck. It's stuck. Okay, cool. So I have a brand sponsorship. It's called California. It's pretty cool. They reached out to me about uh, about being an ambassador, and I was like, cool. Yeah, why not? So expect to see that in some of the stuff that I be doing. I've I've already obviously worn the shirt and tested it out, and it's a very comfortable shirt. Um, so eventually I'll start doing that. That would probably be something that I would post on Instagram more. Would be stuff like that. So ooh, yeah, we had some breakfast today, y'all. It oh man, it was so good. Um, ah, here we go. So let's talk about Friday and why Friday is so important. Well, there's people out there now, so I don't really want to get all loud and stuff, like yelling in their faces. But yeah, so let's talk about Friday and why it's so important. So Friday is that day that it's like Friday is that day where you're just glad that it's here, but you know that for Friday, what ends up happening for me is that my mindset starts shifting to one of like needing to make like more productive decisions. So, um, I don't know. So maybe I should have like like a brainstorming session or something with Tyree. Uh, but it's like on Fridays, my mind just goes to a place of like desperation. Know what I'm saying? Like not like desperation, but more um more urgent is probably a better word. So on Fridays, my mind will go into a more urgent state, and when that happens, I start to block out everything. Um, I start to block out everything. If it's not if it's not like to me on the weekends, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if I'm not making some sort of money or working on my craft, uh, on Friday or like the weekends, then it's not good for me. And I'm like you. So I mean, I've gone out. Yeah. Yeah. Friday's like a deadline for me. Yeah. Yes. So and sometimes there is an exception to the rule. You know, like not everything is about money because it can't be. But for me, um, there are times if where it's like if I'm not making okay, if I'm not making money, then what can I do? Well, we can buy some upgraded lights or buy some extension cords or rearrange the house, or put the crane together, or the field monitor that we now have that's right here, the bread and butter. What can I do to make her better? It's like it's not, you know it's just got to be something. If 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 you cannot, if at the end of the day you cannot make any money, then you have got to figure out something else that you can improve on to make it worth your while. So like on Fridays, like during the week, my thoughts are more towards like what can I do to improve my craft while I'm working. This will be like podcasts and stuff like that. Um, yeah, yeah, that's probably what it is exactly. So, and like this whole situation with my car has been wild. Um, like, uh, you guys saw the Nissan Rogue. That was actually a rental car that I was given while my car was in the shop. But man, I had a backache. I had a back itch. But yeah, so I don't remember I don't remember what I was saying. I completely lost it. But ooh, whew, sitting back down. But yeah, so it's I've just been it's yeah, I just don't want to be homeless again. You know the like you don't realize how easy it is to become homeless until you're out of homelessness and you're like ah. So it's like everything that I've been doing like to this point and beyond is going to be for the singular sake of living. I love having a place to lay my head at night. When I get done working, I don't have to sleep in my car. But like you like people think that it's hard to become homeless until they become homeless, and then once they get out of it they're like, oh man, that's ah ah hmm maybe it's got me mentally messed up. hmm I mean, it has been less than a year ago. I mean, what, by now it'd probably be about 6 weeks into homelessness this time last year. hmm Oh well. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make this all gloomy and stuff, but yeah, nah. So it's just gotta keep on doing what you gotta do. Yeah, exactly, Drake. Exactly. Survival instincts. Your drive will guarantee you'll never go back. I agree with that. I very much do agree with that. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Right now. Oh man, look at that yellow. Ooh, that is some yellow. You telling me your boy can't lean back on his patio chair? Okay, well, shoot. You guys just gonna have to deal with all this then while I get comfortable. But yeah, nah. So I've been working, been saving up some money, and I'm going to get some new headshots done. I'm not sure if I talked about this the last time I did a live stream, but yeah, I'm gonna get new headshots done. When I got them done before, I was what, like, I think I was 275 the last time I got my headshots done, and that was October 24th. So and I mean, at that time I was eating buffets every day just to keep some of the food on, not just not to starve myself. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get some new headshots done. The photographer, or yeah, the photographer that I go through, his name is Jeremy David, and website jeremydavidcreative.com, and he has some very good prices, and his photos come out incredibly well. Something that I like about his stuff is that part of the reason why I like his photography is because it really brings out the eyes. So for me, I love eyes. Like when I'm looking at someone, Like, let's say that we're talking to a girl, right? And you're having a very deep conversation with her, and she just says something that like piques your interest, and then you're like, oh, like, okay, okay, like, like with the eyes and everything, but um with all the camera stuff you have. Well, so we have been actually talking about that though. We have Tyree and I have been talking about that because actually part of the reason why we rearranged the whole house was because ugh, excuse me, was because Dell had a self tape, so we were like trying to figure out where we could go. Whew, there it was. Excuse me. Wow. So, but yeah, so Dell had a self tape, and we were like trying to figure out ways to work around it. So we ended up rearranging everything out there, um, in order to give Dell a white wall. So, so what Tyree and I have been thinking about doing has been picking up backdrops and stuff like that, and actually having them pulled down so that we could do photography and we could do headshots. So I mean, at this point, we're really becoming a whole production house. Ugh. And I kind of wish that I could just focus on acting only, but everything else behind the camera and everything else that ugh, stupid fly, um, and everything else that we've been doing has been for the singular purpose of helping our careers. So we were talking about doing backdrops, and I think that's going to be something we're going to go with, and you know we wouldn't just have to do ah yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I do have a black. I do my bed sheets are black, and I do have a black comforter. So maybe I could do something like that. Hmm. I never really thought about that. Nice. I really have never thought about that before. But yeah. So ooh, we got another Georgia. Nice. What's up, Triple H 80? How you doing, fam? You doing good? I said, are you doing good today? Uh, but yeah, so it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Backdrop. Oh, ah, that is true. Yeah. Well, and with the f stop that we have, we'd certainly be able to blur the back a little bit. Um. Well, so for the long when I started shooting back in 2017, I used one light back at my place in Inglewood because I just didn't have enough space for two lights. So when I was in Inglewood, I used a one light setup, and then when we started shooting here, well, and I mean, I switched to a two light setup too. Eventually, when I was in Inglewood, but here, we went from a two light setup straight from day one. And then one of the lights broke, so we went back to a one light, and then we got two more light bulbs just in case something breaks again. We have an additional one just ready to go. But we have that on our we went we went back to a two light setup after we got the bulb fixed. So so we've actually been wondering about how to make a three light setup. So with the three light setup, what would happen is we would have the two light stands, or the two lights that were on the steel stands. And what you guys might have seen or might not have seen is that there is a third steel stand. So that third steel stand would likely be for the overhead light, so that it has a lot of weight, because like it'll be at a slant, and you'll be dealing with like a bunch of stuff up there. But um but doing that and going to a three light setup would be would actually be ideal for photography, because it positions the light even more. And and we do that, Drake. But eventually, what does end up happening is that you get shadows. And when we end up like shooting in enclosed spaces, or like really tight spaces, um, positioning the light further and further away is actually bad. Um, is actually bad because, man. But yeah, the light, you position it further and further away. That's actually bad, because it could, like, the shadows could come in just a little bit, like a little bit heavier, because the light's more like spread around. So, like, I don't even know how to explain it. What is it? Goku. So we'll talk like Dragon Ball Z. An analogy with Dragon Ball Z. So that's like when Goku does a Kamehameha, and he does it in like a very narrow, condensed form, and it still has a lot of power. Um, we open it up, and it's still the same amount of power, but it's over a larger area. So other areas that would not normally be affected start becoming affected. Which isn't bad, but we just have to, with a third light, that would get rid of everything. And it would get, with a third light, um we would be able to add light to places that normally did not have light before. Um, I mean, it sounds it sounds crazy. It sounds so crazy, um, but sometimes pulling away isn't isn't necessarily better. Oh, dude has a Nissan Frontier. That's cool. Hmm, nice. But yeah, so it's just that. But but the third light that we are looking at, though, is a special light. Um, never knew this existed until Tyree told me, and he never knew it existed until he shot with Cornell. Um, there is something called a 360-degree light. Um, and when I tell you that it's like 360 degrees, it's like 360 degrees. Um, so there's a light like that exists. And what we were planning on doing was getting it so that we could illuminate light from above. And that way, when you're shooting and you got lights and you got shadows behind them, the light above will push all those shadows to the ground. So that way you have no shadows at all. So I mean, it's a 360-degree light, but it's also, but you can also get sort of the same effects with another softbox like the one we have, or an octabox. An octabox is a light that has 8 sides on it, by the way. I think there's also a hexadecagon, hexadecolite, a hexadecolite. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I am going to get off so that I can continue to enjoy this beautiful day. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And I thank you for watching me now live and for watching me in the replay because I know y'all be watching. All right, talk to you guys later. See ya.